Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Kelsie and today we have a total core workout for you. All you need is a ball, whether that's a little bouncy ball, a Pilates ball. This is just a Walmart bouncy ball. In fact, that's my pro tip. If you're looking for one of these, go to Walmart. I have tried dozens and dozens of Amazon and all different retailers Pilates balls, and these random little squishy red bouncy balls in the kids sports section from Walmart are where it's at. Okay, you're gonna come down to the floor and we're gonna do most of today, in fact all of today, on the floor. And you're gonna start with that ball behind the back. And you're gonna reach both arms forward, pressing that lower back into the ball. You're gonna take it back 4 counts, 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping that back flat. Back, 2, 3, 4, slow lift. As you do this, your feet are hip width apart, toes are parallel, little bend in those knees, planting those heels to the floor. Nice job. Keep that going nice and slow, getting a little bit further back each time. And as you do this, I want you to think pressing into the ball with that navel to lift your chest. So you think of your upper body as being a lever, you press on the lower part of that lever and the top part lifts. So you're not throwing yourself forward with your chest and your upper body, you're pressing your navel down into the ball and your chest lifts as a result. Down, 2, 3, 4, press, squish that ball to lift, yes. One more slow like that. Exhale, press, lift, all right? You're gonna hold it back right here, just squish that ball tempo. So press that lower back into that ball. You're not bouncing on the ball here, you're squishing the ball with your lower back by tucking that core, pressing that navel down into the spine. For 4, 3, 2, hold it there on 1, lift the arms up. 2, down, 2. I'm gonna do it with 1 arm here so you can still hear my mic, but you're gonna bring both arms up overhead and forward. Keeping that chest lifted, back flat. Keep that going. Nice job. Here's 3. Here's 2. The last one here, then hold those arms forward. We're gonna bring that left leg up, down, then right leg down. Alternate knee lifts here, finding a little upper body curl toward each knee, reaching the arms forward. Lift, back, lift. For 4, 3, continue that nice breath. 2, here's 1. Great job, hold that leg up, extend it out as you reach up, forward, in, out, forward. Here's 4, hang on to it. Here's 3. Here's 2, hold it out on 1, arms overhead, option to bring the arms forward as a modification, otherwise those arms are long overhead. That toe, tap, lift,
And it became personal.
For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release 1, arms forward, reset. You're gonna extend that left leg, point that toe, arms up, bring it in, out, slight lower back of that chest as the arms go overhead, strong extend with that leg. Last 2. Last one right here. Core is already on fire. Option to reach the arms forward as a modification. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Here's 6. 5. Hang on for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Great job. Release. Woo! First set down. Great job. Quick sip of water if you need it. I know I do. And I did not bring my regular shaker bottle today for my post-workout. This is my post-workout. Even though I'm working out, it doesn't actually matter when you drink your post-workout as long as you have that in you, which it's one of my favorite supplements to drink. That's the one I prioritize the most. It's my post-workout with creatine. I use Legion supplements, which I have a code. I'll put it in the details. So since my water's in a glass today, I'm gonna have to be extra careful of that, not to knock that over. Okay, now that we've reset, we're gonna lie all the way back down, and we're gonna place that ball on that left knee, pressing into it slightly with both hands, bringing that knee up. We're gonna press, 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 hold. Press, 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 freeze. As you do this, you are simultaneously pressing into the ball with the hands as much as you are into the ball with the knee. Take a tempo here. Press, press. Modify this. If your neck starts to get a little fatigued, you can place one hand behind the head. Nice job. All right, you're gonna hold that press. You're gonna now take that right elbow, press it into the bar with that right elbow to the knee, and you're gonna take that other hand behind the head if that's comfortable. I'm trying not to mess up my mic, so I'm gonna keep it right there. You're gonna actively squeeze that elbow into the knee. Squeeze, 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 hold. Nice job. Little crossbody twist. Modify this by continuing that press, but bringing those elbows to a little bit of a slant to that left side. Here's 2. Hold that squeeze on 1. Now you're going to extend that right leg straight. Lift, 2, down, 2. Holding that squeeze on the ball with that elbow and knee across the body. You're gonna keep that going. This time we're adding that lower body curl. Up, curl, down, 2. Up, lower body curl, down, 2. Core on fire. Last one here. Nice job. Hold it halfway out. Curl to finish right here. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze, squeeze. The last 8 right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Great job. Woo! Reset. Quick reset. And then this time you're going to plant that left knee, left foot to the floor. Press into the ball with those right hands. We're going to press in, and hold. In, and freeze. Nice job. Here's 3. Here's 2. Hold the squeeze on 1. Squeeze tempo here. Press, press. Each time you press, you're closing that little gap between the lower back and the floor. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Bringing the hands behind the head, bringing that left elbow into that ball. Squeeze, 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 hold. Squeeze, 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 freeze. Again, modify this by just pressing the hands into the ball, but tilting that chest a little bit to the right. Here's 3, 2, hold that crossbody squeeze on 1, extend that left toe and point, lift it up 2 counts. Up, 2, down, 2, lift, and down. Nice job. Holding that squeeze on the ball the whole time. Last one here. Now we're going to add that lower body curl at the top. Up, curl, down, 2. Up, lower body curl, down, 2. Little challenge to keep that ball from moving. Last one here. Hold it halfway out. Curl, squeeze that ball to finish. Squeeze, squeeze for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release 1. Woohoo! Okay. My core is on fire. We're going to work the obliques, transverse abdominals. Yours, so go ahead and roll up to seated. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. I know I do. How are we feeling? Probably feeling a lot of those upper abs. We're going to focus more on those lower abs to finish. In that set we just did, we did get some lower abs in there with that knee pull. When you pull that knee into the ball, you're working that deep core, lower abs. But we're gonna get into that a little bit more in these next sets. So, all right, now you're gonna come all the way down to the floor on that right side. Place that ball between the calves, extend the legs straight, point the toes, reach that left arm forward. You're gonna scoop the heels back, knees in, extend, scoop back, heels in, knees forward, extend, just like that, little snakes. Keeping those legs elevated about a foot or two off the floor the whole time. Nice job. Nice and slow. 2 more like that. Back, scoop, forward. Last one here, hold it forward, reach that arm forward. We're gonna just squeeze that ball here. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, freeze. Nice. Chest stays lifted. 4, you can modify this at any time by bending those knees as well. 3, here's 2. Hold that curl on 1, you're gonna lower, tap those feet and lift. Down, lift. Down and lift. So you're propped onto your hip, a little bit to the side. Remember, modify with the bent knees, just dropping those to the floor and lifting up just like this. Hold the lift right here, curl reach to finish. Curl reach, curl reach. Trying to tap those toes each time with each curl. Last 8 right here for 8. 6, hang on for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Great job. Flip it around to that other side. Propping yourself this time on that left side, pulling those knees in, extending the legs straight. Ball still between the calves, chest is lifted, reaching that right arm forward. We're gonna do those pull backs and snakes. Back, heels to the seat, knees forward, extend straight. Back, heels to the seat, knees forward, extend. Find a nice fluid motion with this. Control it. A few more like that. Here's 3. Here's 2. Last one right here. And back, in, forward, extend. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, 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 freeze. Try not to drop into that shoulder on that left side. Keep that chest lifted. Back is strong, shoulders strong. Nice job. Here's 2. Tiny little squeezes. Looks like you're not doing much, but we know you are. Hold that squeeze. Lower, 2, lift, 2. Modify with bent knees. Any of this can be modified with bent knees. 2 more like that. Nice and slow. Last one right here. Hold that lift, curl reach to finish. Curl reach, curl reach. You got this. Finish strong. Last 8 right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2, 1. Release. Okay. Great job. You're gonna lie all the way back. Let's circle around this way. I need a sip of water. Take a break if you need it. We're gonna finish all the way on our back. Hit that lower core to finish. Okay. Woo. Come all the way back down to the floor. We're gonna start by activating that deep core. So I'm gonna have you place that ball right between the knees, about mid-thigh. Plant the hands firmly into the floor. And what I want you to think about doing is pulling that core in and up as you squeeze in on that ball. And then inhale, release. Exhale, contract, squeeze. Inhale, release. So this is a very small movement. Your knees are stacked right over the hips. You're drawing that navel down into the spine, wrapping your core in like a corset, closing that rib cage on your exhale. And that contraction feels like a simultaneous lift of your internal core, of your core and your pelvic floor. So that's an internal lift as you squeeze that ball. Exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. That contraction does not feel like a push. It feels like an internal lift as you close that rib cage. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of practice to feel that deep core and use it properly to achieve your movements, but it's worth it. Keep that going. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Taking that tempo up a little bit. Four more. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze on 1. Lift those toes up. You're going to tap them down to the floor. 2. Lift. 2. Floor. And lift. Hands stay planted firmly into the floor on either side of your hips. Nice job. Trying to keep that little gap on the floor closed, especially on that lift. You'll find a natural little pop as you lower those toes. That's okay, just not an exaggerated arch. Keep that going. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. On 1, we're going to extend those legs out straight, parallel to the floor. Here we go. Out, 2. Knees in, 2. Out, straight, in, 2. Modify this by simply bringing those legs up a little bit higher, getting as low as you can, while still maintaining that control of your deep core and avoiding an exaggerated lower back lift. Keep that going. 4 more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Hold it out on 1. You're going to squeeze that ball up 4 counts. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. Modify this by bending those knees the whole time, all the way down and up. The more straight you extend them, the harder this will be. Speed it up. Down, 2, lift, 2. Down, 2, lift, 2. Finding a squeeze on the ball with each count. All right, taking this up a notch. Down, 2, up, lower body curl. Down, 2, up, lower body curl. You can take the squeeze out of the equation for this part. Keep that going. Try to tap the ceiling with those toes. 2 more like that. The last one right here, and then hold it up, lower body curl to finish. Curl, release. Curl, release. Maintaining the squeeze on the ball the whole time. You have 8 to finish. Let's finish it. 8, 7, 6. Hang on for 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Melt down. Pull those knees into the chest. Great job. Then lose that ball. You're going to reach the arms and legs long overhead, all the way, allowing that nice natural lower body arch on your inhale. And then your exhale, you're going to sink down into the mat, tucking those hips, pressing your lower back into the floor. One more time. Inhale, arch the back, reach long. Exhale, melt down into that mat. Nice job. All right, neutral spine. You're going to go ahead and turn yourself onto your stomach. Hands beneath the shoulder blades. Just like this, you're going to find a big inhale. And then on your exhale, you're going to lift. Melt it back down. One more time. And then release. You're going to press up onto all 4s, finding that nice neutral spine. Big inhale, arch the back and look up. Chin follows the tailbone here. Go ahead and shift those hips side to side in this position. And then exhale, pull that chin to the chest, lower back to the ceiling. Nice big push. Find a neutral spine and just roll in this position. And reverse it. Nice job. And then go ahead and press that seat back to the heels, open the knees up, chest to the floor, reach the arms long. And seat that seat back onto the heels. And then roll yourself back up. Go ahead and come to the center. Take a seat, nice comfortable seat. Big inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, pull those hands into the chest. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great job today. We spent the whole time on the mat, and that was a core burner from the start. I know you were feeling it 3 minutes in, 2 minutes maybe. I know I was. So thanks so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Kelsie. I drop a new bar strength-focused, mobility-focused, bar and Pilates-inspired workout every Thursday. I hope you'll come back for more. And on my Instagram, Kelsie Brown Fitness, I also have a weekly program that you could follow for free. I post it each week, my week at a glance of what videos I recommend on what days to get the most out of your time with me if you're in a season of working out at home. So I hope you'll come back for more. Thanks for telling your friends and family. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you next time.